And that will buy you success at the same time,
That's true.
because the more that you build a relationship with somebody and treat them like a real person. The one I always hate is when I get a telemarketing call, and the first thing that happens is I pick up the phone. There's a delay. Now I realize that delay is because it's an automated dialing, right?
That's correct. Predictive dialer.
Yes, and so they wait until you pick up and say hello before it connects to a human being. Am I correct in that?
It can be. There could be some latency. I'd have to really look into that through the IT department, but sometimes it's seamless where you can't tell and it's
Yeah.
an immediate. But no, and really that predictive dollar is amazing because it really gives you all of the information about the person with whom you're calling. And at the end, you get to do a disposition report. So quickly, you can just do a drop down and explain what happened on the call. And so what happens there is that these agents are literally able to have almost a full hour's worth of talk time minus any sort of wrap up or CRM time. But that's something regarding the center. I don't know. A lot of the times they like to do these voicemail drops, and then you would have to opt in that you're interested to speak with somebody legally to talk to them. That could be a pain as well. And I have somewhat empathy towards these agents making these calls. It depends. A lot of times they'll tell me that my car warranty is expiring, but guess what, champ? I haven't lived in the United States for 22 years. So obviously I don't have a car warranty expiring. So that upsets me a little bit. But if I get somebody on the phone and it's something I may qualify for, like telecom, for an example, and I compare rates, I'll listen to them pitch. And with their permission, I'm going to ask to do a QC on them, a quality control. We do 22 KPIs, which are key performance indicators, and we can gauge a call through the questioning and the answering. But I usually look more for soft skills when they do name draws, positive escalations, military alphabet rebuttals, and things like that. And so when I'll speak with somebody, I'll let them qualify me, send me info, and maybe set up an appointment. But I'll ask them if they have a couple minutes because I'd like to give them some professional feedback. And I'm not saying your tone was this or your tone was that. I will literally restructure their arguments and explain to them open-ended to closed-ended questions and certain sort of vocabulary that I think would be more diplomatic and change the tone a little bit. And I know that they're listening because they will repeat back to me or even ask me follow-up questions on some of these skills and thank me for that. And even send me a personal email to thank me for that. Now, what am I doing this for? I'm paying it forward. Because there were a lot of times I was having weird days and someone would just take my call to warm me up and say, go, Richard, go, even though I'm not going to buy from you, but I like you, but I think you're great and hang in there. And I know what that's like. And I will sometimes reset them and ask them to could you please repeat that sentence for me again? You went too fast. I couldn't hear you. Was it 1, 2, 3 or ABC? And so I'm telling them to relax and calm down because you sound great. I just can't understand you. And once they do, and once they give a perfect pitch, then I'm proud of them. And that's just, as I mentioned before, just paying it forward.